Hi, everyone. It's Mindy from the Night Owls, and I wanted to share with you an interesting session that we had with a sitter before the holidays, Mary, and she had a very strong spiritual awareness. So you're about to see her session where she received healing and empowering messages, discussed past lives, messages through vivid dreams, and even astral projection. So check it out, and don't forget to subscribe to the Night Owl Sessions on YouTube.
So I have some stuff for you too, and it's really, really interesting. I feel like and now there's no way for us to validate this right now in this reading, but everything that I'm seeing here is indicating to me that you're a person who has had a ton of lifetimes. Like you've had so many different existences. Most of us, if you're into like metaphysics and spirituality, like outside of religion, a lot of them teach that we've had many, many lifetimes. This certainly isn't the only one, but the cards that I'm having in front of me now indicate that you have been on somewhat of a really religious experience. All your past lives seem to be really, really focused on learning all these different faiths. So like I'm seeing like crosses, Star of David, a yin yang, the Muslim thing. I'm seeing all these different religions, and I feel like that's one of your soul's like purpose of coming here is learning about all these.
It's kind of funny you say that, if I may interrupt, because for many, many years I would wake up with these dreams that I was many different people, and I kept telling my husband, I feel like I've been here before many times. Like I've been in, like I said, I've been in the Crusades. I've been in armors. Yeah. And yes. And I said, but I look at myself and I go, why am I dressed like this? And then I'm always like I've been in battle, but it's always been, to fend for other people, to defend.
Exactly.
Not to hurt, but to fend from bad stuff.
That second card that I have here, I literally just envision you in that lifetime. You're on a horse and you were leading people. You were leading people in some kind of battle. And for whatever reason, the battle is not important. It's the fact that the type of energy that you have, I felt like it was very protective. You're definitely a leader. Fierce. It's I think you were a male in that particular lifetime, but I saw it felt like a Joan of Arc, like a very Joan of Arc like energy.
Yes.
And I think that's pretty awesome. You're like a badass in your.
No, but and then sometimes I would wake up and I would be why am I a different color, like a different skin tone? And I go, why am I? But it was always like fighting for justice, not fighting for bad things, like you say, like leading people out of trouble.
Yeah.
And I say, what is this? So, and I would wake up and say, what is this? So I told my husband, I think I have and I thought maybe with this ancestry thing, I go, maybe there's a lot of things in me that I don't know who I am. So he found out, we ended up doing the ancestry thing. He goes, we're going to find out. He goes, you're just one person once and for all, don't worry. Because he didn't believe in that. And I said, and all of a sudden he goes, oh my God, wait till you sit down. And then, of course, now with ancestry, we all find out that we have so many of different nationalities, right?
Oh,
so
sure.
I go, well, maybe in all those nationalities that we have from different parts of our life, I said, we have been part of everything. I said, so I tell people,
very similar in that way.
Criticize each other. I said, because we're everything. I said, and that's when I found out, they were doing the blood work and all that, and you know how they tell you what you are. And the highest percentage that I was able to get was the Native American was at 54%, and then I had a mixture of everything else, which was the European, but it's all the mixtures of all of us. So I told them, I think that all those lives and all these things are condensation of who we are, who we've been, where we've been.
Yeah.
And I tell people, I think we have been male and female in past lives too.
Oh, sure. No, our spirit doesn't have a gender, or the energy that flows in our bodies doesn't have a gender. It's just we choose to have gender experiences while we come here. And you certainly have had quite the ride. I feel like this current lifetime is almost like I feel like you're taking it easy for this one.
Yeah.
compared to some
I
of the
sometimes
crazy
I go like, what's
one.
next?
Yeah,
You know,
and
like you said, what's the next life? You know,
this
and I don't
current
mean like
lifetime, it's about the abundance. It's about enjoying the abundance in your life. So I think you have a wonderful family and a pretty happy life. And I think this is kind of like the break. Like this is like the break you've been waiting for a long time, because you've definitely been on a mission for sure. Just looking at these cards, they just tell the story of somebody who's been around the block for a while and has learned a ton, and now is like, it's almost as if you're like imparting this knowledge upon your children and your family. Like I think that you teach them a lot about morality.
yes.
You teach them about respect, and also there's something about a promising business venture. Did you ever start like your own business, or were you ever interested in starting a business?
Yes, I started my business and I sold my business, and then after I sold my business, I worked in the same business, just working there. But after 7 years, I said it's time to move on. And then right when I was getting ready to move, I was, should I move on? Should I not move forward? And I thought, but this is kind of like the end of my career. And I thought, oh my God, I'm not ready to end this. So COVID came, and then COVID got me really pissed off in a way, but in a good way. And I said, I don't want to end my career like this because COVID terminated me. So I told my husband, I'm going to open up my own little business now on my own. And that's what I'm doing now.
Wow. Yeah. There ain't no rest on your side. You just keep going and going and going.
When I first saw you, I saw your father. He's standing behind you and he's giving you flowers. And he's very connected to you. He has so much love for you. And I know we've hit on a lot of things that we've heard here tonight, but he helps you with everything that you're doing in your life. And he's saying that you have a lot of things going on and you need to start prioritizing the things in your life.
Mm-hmm.
He wants you to make a list of all the things that you need to do, accomplish, everything, and just decide where it is you want to go, because you have a lot of things going on. So
yes,
yeah,
it is true.
And you're connected to Mother Mary, very much so, and she's really helping you like bring in your gifts, because they are sending you all kinds of signs, and they're telling me that you need to heal your past as well. There are things in your childhood. I'm hearing like age 9, but there's other times in your life that you need to go back and you need to they want you to meditate. They want you to sit and like do yoga, sit on a rock, go outside, play a meditation, and just go back to times in your life that you felt like it wasn't the best time for you, and go back and talk to that little girl who was like 9 years old or 13 years old, and deal with and talk to them about the issues that you're having and forgive them, give them a hug, and just move on and let it go and say, okay, I heal you, and just move on, and it's going to help you in your life now. So I just want you to know that. I'm also feeling that you have so many energies in your space that they want you to like clear yourself, meditate, and at the same time they want you to I feel like you need to sage your entire house and just clear your space. I don't know if you do that, but I feel like
it's funny because I was talking about sage today.
Okay, yeah, I feel like you should have some, and you could buy a spray one on Amazon even, and just say, clear my space. I don't want anyone here besides my dad or family members or whatever, because I feel like there's all kinds of energies that are coming to you, and just they're just like bothering you, but you're not hearing everyone, so to speak. So just let them go and decide that those aren't the people that you want to hear from. They're telling me your dad's also saying that you're a very strong person, and people like they just come to you with their issues, I feel like, and you know what to do.
They do.
Yeah, and you know what to do about it. And they're also telling me that you're very connected to ask Archangel Raphael for healing, and he's going to help you with that. And I feel like you need some alone time,
I do.
take some time for yourself. it's so important, and to just be here and like be here and now, so to speak. And they're also saying that you're very connected to music. Your dad is mentioning music behind you. I feel like there was some sort of music that he used to play when you were growing up. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
it does.
Yeah, he's saying that, and it like gives him joy when he thinks about that. So I'm just gonna leave you with that, light and love.
Thank you very much.
All right. So Mary, was there anything that was talked about tonight that you really, really connected with, or you really resonated with, that you would like to share with us?
The last person, I forgot her name, she did say about my dad, and that has always been a very strong connection for me because I was his first daughter, and somehow I just felt like he also wanted me to know a lot of things that, like, he knew. He was very connected to his mom, which is the lady that I was always listening to, my grandmother, but almost like he has come too with her in separate times in my dreams, and to tell me things that I need to do, and even to prepare when I lost my mom, to prepare me for that time. And at one point he told me the house is going to, the walls are going to crumble, the four walls are going to come down at your mom's house. And I thought, Dad, is something wrong with the house? He goes, and finally he said, it's not the house, your mother is a house. She's basically was telling me that I was going to lose mom, that mom was going to die, and that I needed to prepare. And he said, you need to get there, fly, and take care of things. Your siblings will be very angry in the beginning, but at the end they will thank you. And that's exactly what has happened.
Wow.
And yeah, and I remember, like, my car, like, I flew, but it wasn't in an airplane. It was like my car flew, and all of a sudden we landed in this mountain, and I thought, where are we? And it was me and my younger son. I said, what are we doing here? But the house was a circular house, and it looked like something from like something in Italy or like Spain, and with all these Spanish tile. And I thought, what? And the door was open, but it was like two doors, like those castle type of doors. And I saw it was cloudy inside, like you saw fog. And as I come in, I recognized the hallway. It was my home from my youth. And my son goes, "Geez, Mom, there's another room. There's somebody laying in that room." And I thought, it's like a man figure. And in that room, I couldn't see because it was really foggy. I said, I can't. I said, who is it? And my son goes, Mom, don't you know that's Grandpa? And I said, why is my dad calling me? And he had already passed away. And he woke up and he said, I've been waiting for you to come. And that's when he was giving me the message of, go back to your the earth house. And I said, Dad, where are we? I go, this looks like heaven. Because I could see France, I could see the pyramids, I could see Africa. I'm like, what is this? I can see the world. And I said, it's like heaven up here. And he goes, where do you think you are? And that's what he said to me, where do you think you are? And I was, what? And I'm very curious in my dreams. And I took my hand on one of the tables and I wiped it. And I said, there's no dust here. And he said, dust doesn't exist where we are. Dust only exists in the earth part of where you are, but in heaven dust doesn't exist. And I said, and he said, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, that death does not exist in heaven. And I thought, oh my God,
wow.
Like I had crossed
your
over.
dreams.
Yeah, it was like I had crossed over. I go, you're in a different plane. And I thought, geez, I said, so I remember that, and I wrote all that, and that's just has stayed with me for a long time.
Yeah.
Very vivid,
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, and he told me, don't waste time staying in the past with things that you can't change. Don't jump so far into the future because you have not lived, you're not there. He goes, live your present right now, because that's the only thing that you have a hold of right now while you're in this. So don't try to solve things from the past. You can't. It's happened. Stay in your present so you can go forth. That was his message to me. And I said, wow. And then he said, what's 100 years to you? And I go, a lifetime. And he said, where we are is only 24 hours. I said, really? And he said, get busy living. Don't waste time.
Holy smokes.
That was his message.
You're going to have to write all this stuff down, because that's pretty, I mean, everything you said. And I know, I could just tell by talking with you that this is not something that you mindfully do every day. This is something that this profound experience, the messages you're saying it reflects everything that I read about. And I'm sure a lot of the readers here that they all study too. It's these are the messages of life. And you had this from a pretty amazing experience, it sounds like. I would definitely be interested in learning more about that for sure one of these other nights.
I feel that when I go to sleep, that I actually get out of my body and I can go to those places, I've been there.
You do.
And it's and then sometimes you come back, you wake up and you go, why am I so tired? I've been in a big journey.
Always tired, no matter how long you sleep.
Well, Mary,
and I said, what is this?
We're definitely going to have you come back on one of these, maybe another night, and so we could just chat, because I think you got a lot of valuable insights, from these dream experiences that you're talking about. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. This is where we have to say
thank you.
I got another sitter that's ready to jump in, but it really was a pleasure to meet you tonight.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Good night. And
meditate.
Thank you too. And
Meditate.
yes. Thank you so much again. And I just tell people, listen to your dreams, listen to your messages, because someone's trying to tell you something, and you gotta listen.
Ditto.
So I believe. Yes, I believe.
Awesome.
Thank you for your message too.
Yeah,
Have a good night and stay safe, everybody.